Good morning. To keep quiet, not a single thought would do. Knowing that, you can keep quiet. And you can observe yourself that a thought brings you always somewhere. And then after you complain, oh, I'm so far from myself. You're never far from yourself. You just confuse what is there when there is no a single thought with thoughts. Always confusing the description of a flower for the space where it appears and disappears. So if you have anything to say, that's my part. You can tell, yeah, you take the mic, please. Doesn't matter.
Hello, Ganga.
Hi.
My experience of keeping quiet, so that's why I'm curious about what you said. Because the idea of not having a single thought is such a pressure. And what I've been experiencing is like keeping quiet for me is like not following it. Or letting the thoughts come by, go, and there is this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not having a single thought for me.
Of course it is. You do that when you don't have a single thought.
But the thoughts are still playing, you know. Yeah.
You may look at it or not, huh? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What you say.
It's that I see the difference when I jump with a thought and it gets into a story.
Yeah.
Or the thought is still there because
Okay.
the patterns are there.
Yeah.
And I just don't get interest.
Maybe.
That has made the keeping quiet easier.
Yeah,
for me.
but maybe it means the same. Huh? Yeah. But you see, when I say not a single thought would do, is that often when one is a seeker, he really tries to get an answer, another thought actually.
Mm-hmm.
So in that way, it's not through the mind that you will ever keep quiet.
Because I can see with the path I'm on or I've been on, it's such a relaxation from the no mind idea. Because in so many traditions, no mind, and when I met people, it's such a tension, you know? It's like such a goal, like a carrot. When am I going to make it to the no mind? And with what I experienced with Papaji, with you, it's just keeping quiet, it's like not being interested.
Okay.
And the thoughts can be there or not.
Okay, I'm happy for you then. But you see, never forget that the satsang is a pointing out for those who still need it, or for those who just like not to hear but like to be here. Yeah, it's not describing what it is. All those complications, you know, even about the mind and all that, is then still when one thinks he will understand through a thought, through an answer, through something which is said, and then it becomes conceptual. Yeah. So to be freed from that unnecessary trouble. Yeah.
Hello, Ganga.
Hello.
I'd like just to add some, because I have a doubt about what happened in the last satsang, and it was with the absorption. And
With what?
the absorption in the
Absorption.
self and the edge of the mind. Sometimes when I keep just sit, and of course you observe your body, your thoughts, everything.
Why, of course.
Yes, and
No, no,
and the question is, sometimes it's like I am pulled to this state that is, it's not no mind, it's just, how can I explain? I'm sitting, and it's like pulling me back, but still is a state that is not always present. And I think it's the state of the edge of the mind, because maybe it's also created by the mind. And there are other times that I just sit, and I just lay down in a place with that is always present. I don't. It's not easy to.
Yeah, understand.
The doubt is what if the
So
first stage.
so
is,
don't make a difference.
Oh. Oh, yeah, because it's also conceptual of the mind.
Don't make a difference.
Okay. Thank you.
You should. The mind always wants to reconfirm or reassure itself that he is not lost, he is at the right place, or whatever. Forget all that.
Sometimes we need to listen this.
Of course, again and again, you know. Sure. Sure. So, something? From some corner. Mm. Those who are new or don't come often, don't be shy to ask. You do as if you were alone. Hmm? Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Ganga, hello. Could you maybe really explain what keeping quiet means?
Ah.
Because from my experience,
Ah.
I can of course not believe or not give interest to the thoughts, but that's still a state on the level of the mind, so I can give
Yeah,
interest.
you are still busy a bit.
Yes, and I know a kind of keeping quiet what is independent of if I'm believing thoughts or if I'm totally busy with my thoughts,
Okay.
or if I'm totally not believing my thoughts and all the thoughts flow through me.
Mhm.
So the keeping quiet, what you mean, should be something deeper or
You know, it's first of all it's an indication, and it doesn't tell the mind keeps quiet or not. It's just you keep quiet. There is probably the beliefs that a thought will bring you something that's gone. So you can keep quiet, let the thought appear or not, because you know very well, for some reason, you know very well that nothing would do what nothing which appears would do. So you keep quiet, you are, at least you give yourself moments of keeping quiet in a naked way, I would say, in a self-obvious way. And of course, when, for example, after satsang, this is a good place for it. But of course, after satsang, thought reappears, the body will move, and you have things to do, whatever. So the thoughts reappear, and to the mind, it may looks you don't keep quiet, but it looks like not keeping quiet. So when you really keep quiet, know for certain now that whatever happens from here, it looks like. Then you speak of someone. You don't speak of what we say, the background of everything, about the background of everything, where actually there is nobody there. That has to be extremely clear. Then there is not a moment you don't keep quiet, in fact, but your mind is busy. Okay, your mind is busy a certain time. When it's not busy, where do you fall? Where are you left? If you don't jump at once to another thought, where are you left? Exactly like now, you just keep quiet. And I say in yourself for the sake of a precision, but
okay.
is it clear?
Yeah, so that's how I understood intellectually keeping quiet before. So it's nice.
But
to
you
hear.
cannot understand it
Yeah.
intellectually. So
Okay.
don't reduce it to the intellect. Because then you still want to understand, you see? You want to understand. Here, you have just to let go. And then you really keep quiet. Otherwise, this keeping quiet in the mind will trouble you. Because then you will ask other questions about it. Mm?
Yeah, that's a good indication for me, especially because
Okay.
I'm too much intellectual, I think. But could I ask a following question?
Yeah, of course, of course.
So then, so mostly, I think, how to say it? So for now, I can have even a few days in the following where there is maybe this keeping quiet there, or some really, really subtle non-dual experience. I know it's a contradiction to say non-dual experience, but that's exactly my problem. There's still a seeker left to experience this really, really subtle state over days.
Okay. Then left the seeker behind? You don't need? You have no obligation to keep the seeker?
Yeah, but even this would be a state in the mind. To leave it
Oh,
behind, to
do
let
it
the
and
seeker-
then we see. You speak of something you don't know.
Maybe I experienced before, but
What do
I agree that I maybe don't know. Yes.
No, you
Yes.
surely don't know, otherwise you would not ask this question.
Okay.
Okay, what's left is a seeker too much? It's a thought. It's a thought of yourself. Isn't it? It's an experience of yourself. There is still a seeker, so it's an experience. Yeah?
Yes, sure. It's an
So
object,
why do you give importance to that thought, and with other thoughts you don't give importance? There is no compromise. You see, a thought is a thought. Let it be about enlightenment, let it be about the world. A thought is a thought. You will not get an achievement from there. Or you will get rather achievements from there, but then they will be momentary and they will still create new questions. So what's in your mind just now?
My mind just now. I don't know. I'm.
Okay, okay. Don't search too much.
Yeah, okay, yes. I stopped searching somehow. I'm just. I don't even know. Yeah. It's nice. It's nice feeling. Now my mind says it's still not it.
You know, if it is not here now, it's not that, in fact, yes. But when I say it's here now, it will not be represented by something. It will not present itself. Because the presentations are always different.
Yeah, but how to know then?
Be it!
Yeah.
Be it! And
That's
you
my problem,
are
that's my
it
problem.
now!
Yeah.
It's a problem of all the seekers.
Yeah. I think I just, until now, even over days, I get better and better in I know the mistake behind it, but it's like this. I get better and better to be like stable in the mirroring of the self in the mind.
Oh my God. I don't believe that.
Okay,
It's a
but-
nice fantasy.
Okay, okay, but of course I'm still not it. I'm
Yeah,
not
because
it.
you are in your mind. Even in that fantasy, you see,
Yeah.
you are still in the mind. Huh?
Yes, yes, I know.
You know it,
I
and
know
you
it,
and you
yes.
bear it.
Not really. I mean, yeah, it's
Then what is the hindrance to just
just what.
don't touch it now, just now. Don't touch all what you know. It's not a very complicated sentence, I tell you.
Yeah. So you mean don't touch?
That's why it becomes complicated. When I say don't touch, I don't tell you to understand. Just do it.
Okay, okay.
Just do
Okay,
it.
thank you. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, it is as quick as this.
yes, yes. Okay. It's very good that you say it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Don't touch.
Yeah! In Berlin, suddenly in the footpath, you will say, don't touch. Yeah! Why not? You take a coffee somewhere, suddenly, don't touch. And drink your
I can't do
coffee.
it. There's no how to do it, right?
Huh? What?
I can't do it. There's no how to do it, so I can just wait and relax, isn't it? And hear your words.
Wait and relax. Then you have to go to a massage for that. You have to wait this. No, it's quicker than that. It's not about relaxation. I never heard anywhere, including Papaji said, it's the best relaxation. I am swimming in the bed. No.
Okay, but it's also not so. When you say don't touch, it's not a doing. So I can't do this. Don't touch.
But you can undo what you are doing all the time.
Okay. I think too much now.
Yeah, you think a lot?
Yes.
You think a lot? So leave your head here when you go. With me. I have a good basket there. My green basket. That's why I bring it.
Now my head finds it really easy. Everything is really easy. This whole satsang. I don't know. Yeah. Can I ask another question?
Ask.
Okay, so the other thing is I totally don't understand when you say often split second and once is enough. So
And once is
and
enough.
once is enough.
Yeah.
So what I don't understand with it,
Me too, I don't understand. It's a way to say, you know what to say. I
Okay.
cannot say in 10 minutes, which will not be true. It is quicker than a blink of an eye. That's even traditional to say so. But it's just to tell it doesn't depend on the understanding of the mind. Because it's already here.
Okay, yes. But why is then once enough? So
Of course, once you see that you thought that the cat was a dog, once you see it's a cat, even if it looks from far like a dog, you laugh to yourself, say, ha ha, again, it's a cat, forever.
okay.
They say in the tradition, the rope and the snake. Once you know it's a rope, there was never a snake. It appeared because of some light or dim or of light and so on. Whatever circumstances make it, you see. It's the same in the life. Oh, I look identified. You speak of the snake then. But actually it's a surimposition due to so many things. The rope is always there. It has always been a rope. Always been a rope. It was never a snake. Mm?
But you really think once is enough then? So when I see it once, I
Have
never
no
don't
doubt.
have to see
Have no
it
doubt.
again and
Have no doubt. But
so-
what I also say, and that you forgot to mention,
uh,
and that will probably bring a question when it has not to be questioned, is be vigilant up to your last breath. Means not that the mind, somebody has to be vigilant. Be it at times. Just be nakedly it. Offer yourself a split second, now you understand me, of just naked, not following the mind. Be vigilant. Honor it, love it, fall in love with that.
But there's a contradiction, to be honest.
That's what I wanted to say. I already said you will ask questions. Yeah?
Because you said once is enough. And
Once it is enough. Yes, yes. All the sages say so, and don't try to understand the paradox, but follow it. Be vigilant. Understand, it's not the mind who has to be vigilant. It's just be. Just, you are always, but in a naked way. Offer yourself a naked split second, wherever, whenever, to fall in love, to know how treasurable it is.
Okay, so you say even when once is enough,
Yes,
afterwards to offer yourself sometimes a split second
1,000 times,
is
yes,
good.
up to your last breath. And don't try to solve the paradox.
Okay, now I don't have.
But you
questions
see,
anymore, and
you
I'm at the
see,
same
when you
point
are
than before.
when you are vigilant, so when you understand now, when you just are in a it slips. Yeah, it's not like you search or you seek. It's just there. It's always available. When you are not busy with your mind, it's always available. It's here. But there is not that seeking like before. That search is gone. You just offer that to yourself.
Okay. So this vigilance, for sure, because how I understand vigilance sometimes is to be vigilant, not falling in a thought,
Just be it.
in a false belief or falling in a thought trap. I thought that before.
Just be it.
Okay. I hope it will work.
It is. The mind is so disappointed how easy, how simple it is. It's too simple, it cannot be, says the mind. Fuck the mind. Okay? I said it today, I'm happy.
I don't have any more questions, so all my questions are now out. But yeah.
You're beautiful without questions, you know that?
Yeah, it's a relief. It feels, yeah, it's a relief.
It's a big relief,
Yes.
sure.
Yeah, because I suffer so much from this in and out. It's horrible.
Ah, it's horrible, yes. Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
And, yeah. I really want to come out of it. Yeah.
Don't go in the past now.
Okay.
It's done.
Can I have the mic, please?
Hi, Ganga. I can't come to Satsang very often, and I just want to say
Yeah, sure.
how precious it is
Ah.
to be here with you in Satsang. And so,
There is a beautiful story everybody knows, so I will be quick. First of all, I'm not a good storyteller, but I just mentioned Krishna was with his dear disciple walking in the forest, and he became thirsty, tired. So he sat under the foot of a tree and asked Tartampion, Tartampyananda, to go and fetch water in the river. And so he goes with the little pot, the lota, and it's not yet in. So it's up there, the water is there, it's not yet in, and suddenly he follows a thought, and a full life is going on, with pleasures and with pain, the death of the beloveds, and so on and so on and so on. And in such a pain, because he lost in the end everything, he just wakes up to himself and says, "Oh my God, in no time I lived all this. Let me go quickly to Krishna." And he takes water, goes to Krishna, and nothing ever happened anymore. So you see, because of the love, because of the treasurable whatever it is, that will always wake you up at some point. Let it be while alive, let it be while this body leaves you. But you have to treasure it. And this is be vigilant. Or just give a moment of natural contemplation of nothing. You understand? Even the student of Krishna. But it doesn't matter. It is like that. You go back to yourself. When you treasure it, when you already know it. Can I have a warm cup of tea, please? Thank you. There. Where is the mic? Ah, here.
It's a description of how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But I feel more, I know myself as someone that sometimes has this moment of, I don't know what, then to be that and sometimes have the experience of being somebody in a body.
Yeah, but why don't you see that when you speak of sometimes, it is somebody in the body who speaks, isn't it? So you confuse. You are all the time, let's say for the sake of the communication, yourself. You are all the time this self. And it appears, of course, it appears that I am this and that and so on and so on. And suddenly you wake up, oh, where I was. Where are you then? Tell me, just tell me, where are you?
Present here.
Yes, yes, you are here. You don't need the body, you don't need anybody. And here, there was a break, there was something happening, just here. No. So don't confuse when you tell a story. It is someone. And this happens, it looks, because of what's prior to that, because of that background, that screen, whatever. So in that way I say myself, sometimes the person will be busy, you are not dead yet in that body. So it will still appear and have a life and this and that. But as you have kept quiet, you have known that, you will wake up yourself. That will make you waking up at once. This is, I say, be vigilant. Allow that to happen. How? Maybe understanding more and more that this world is going on, sure, but is it so attractive that I have all the time to jump on it? I give myself, it's my birthright to give myself a stop. It's a way to say again, but doesn't matter. You understand. You have to understand. So don't worry about somebody. Thank you very much. The somebody is drinking tea. Then what? You think I am lost because I drink tea? You may think whatever you like, but... And sometimes I'm lost. Then what? Everything appears, disappears. When it disappears, where am I? I never left myself. No, I know how long is the path.
Today we have a car issue.
You know, I understand that all those considerations are there is because of all these descriptions, absorptions all the time, permanency and all that. don't forget that whatever is uttered is a concept. Whatever. So, go to the direction of it and don't doubt. Oh yes, it looks like I'm totally fucked. Yeah, sure. I cannot deny. But then I speak of my body, I speak of that person I know, and so on. Okay, it's fact. A moment of, I've seen it. Then what? It seems like you speak of someone. And satsang is exactly to show that someone rises from somewhere. So that somewhere is always available. And never try to be somebody enlightened. Then the problem of in and out is there, which will never be solved. It looks like. What?
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Aha.
I have to ask a question. Yeah. So you said don't touch this one who experienced this mirroring of the self in the mind, and what happens then is that identification drops, and it's really, really beautiful, but I'm somehow
Yeah, but
still
you see,
bound in
wait.
experience.
It's very, very good. That's already a rising thought, trying to describe your experience. Though it's already the grasp of someone, and because he grasps, it's very, very good. Then there is a but afterwards. That I wanted exactly to say, but then I kept quiet. Even when you say, I know myself, who says that? Somebody. Somebody says, I know myself. So you don't keep quiet there, even though it's a quiet thought. So it's different to be it, because when you are it, you don't speak. You don't speak. I mean, when you are it in its self obviousness, or because it's always there. But I speak of that moment when you keep quiet without a you there. When I say, and that makes tell someone who disappeared there, I don't know, I know myself. But it's, if now you make that landing as a base, it will trouble you. You see, it's a bit what you express. You see, you are not yet 100% clear about what's the mind. Because I say there is nothing to do, but if you are still in doing, this is the only thing to try to do, to spot the mind. You were not aware that to say it's a big relief is still the mind. Otherwise, you would have disappeared. You would have let it disappear and not go further. You have to spot the mind. If you still search and if you still have question, just spot the mind, that's all. And then you will see. Then naturally, you will keep quiet. Mm?
Yeah, I don't really understand right now so fully what you said.
Why? It is simple and you are smart. You may be a complicated smart. You said it's a relief, no?
When did that say?
When you took the mic, when you took the mic.
This time or the last?
No, just now when you took.
No, I didn't say. Said it's a relief. I just wanted to expose the mistake that then identification dropped, but it was still an experience.
Okay, you say identification drop. It's a spontaneous, quite direct expression from where you are. So don't be impressed by that. Just remain from where you are. From where you are, this rose. And it's never about a thought. It's never about a rising. Ah. Where are you?
I'm confused. I don't know. Yeah. But thank you. Yeah. I don't know.
No, don't thank you. I'm not happy if you don't. If you are not happy.
At the moment, I'm not unhappy, but it doesn't matter.
It matters a lot. It will make you come back to Satsang.
I'm hesitating a little bit to ask another.
Ask doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't mind.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. The thing was more. So what really reached me somehow was when you said don't touch the seeker there. So and then it happens. Maybe it happens, but what happened was just that the identification drops a little bit, and then it was an experience still.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I had the intuition, or I don't know, that you mean by don't touch the seeker something else, because when it's an experience of
You're right. Don't touch the seeker. And then keep quiet. Don't jump immediately to this consideration and description you do. It is here that the keeping quiet applies.
Okay. Yes. So the mistake was that
You understood very well.
what?
You,
Yes, okay. Yeah.
you understood very well.
Yes.
So you don't need to confirm again your understanding. Now you keep quiet. Ah. Yeah.
What was going on?
Ah, it was for the fly.
No, but I wanted to ask, but I didn't dare, and then my hand did this, and I was like, no.
So there.
Thank you for being here. So I'm grateful to be on the satsangs. And all the time, last time, I'm not a thinker, I'm all the time like confused by the intellectual things.
Yeah.
When I was young, I had, like my mom and my brothers, they were like disabled, so I was in a household with a lot of simple people. And for the first time last Tuesday, I went home, I was like, oh my God, maybe I should be happy that I'm not a big thinker. So
Yeah.
it was also, and now I'm really all the time trying to get in my head to understand the concepts
Yeah.
of people, but I can feel it, so maybe it's also...
A feeling is also too much. A feeling is also too much.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they go on changing.
Mm. Yeah.
So, that's all.
Thank you for being here.
Everybody wants to feel to be enlightened, you see. I want to feel it. I love what you say, but I want to feel it. It will not even be a feeling. Huh? The experiencer is too much. It's not an experience. Don't ask me what it is, but it's not an experience.
Another question rises up now. Is your heart involved with a glimpse?
Oh wow, what a question. It's the first time in my life I hear that question. The heart is involved. Well, if, I don't know, I just, like a volcano, a few thoughts here and there. Surely that you don't get glimpse here. It's so fun. Suddenly, you know, the lift goes down. It's often here. Now, don't confine the experience to a physical heart. But in the body, if you want to have a little indication, it's more here than here or than here. And that's why you see this question, I don't feel it, I understand and all, but I don't feel it. This is the last wish of a person, I want to feel it. That also you have to let go, to keep quiet. Yes, please.
Hello. Ganga.
Hi.
I'm not really sure.
You put it a bit nearer, yeah.
Okay. When I first came here, I was like so focused, and I was thinking that this is what I want. This is what I want.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking, well, maybe I should go home to my life, ordinary life. And because it's like all this time I'm in between.
Yeah.
Like,
You do whatever you like, huh?
yeah, of course, but
Yeah.
you know, I want to be. So that's
I don't understand. I want to.
I want to stay.
You want to stay?
Yes, I want to stay here.
Ah.
Yeah, but you know how to give up something for. Or I had this moment where I realized that who I am is who I always have been, like from a child. And I just want to stay there in that.
But you always are there.
Yeah, but I'm not in my experience.
Yeah, in the experience you may go, you may be here and there, but it's not about somebody experiencing. As an experience, somebody can have a glimpse, have a quiet moment, a meditative moment where he doesn't hook at anything, and then he goes back to life and all that. That are experiences. Which is very nice if you can include a meditative time. It's always good for the life. I'm not fighting that. But if you ask about what my master, which is the name of all the master, was telling, it's not about that.
It's not about having a good life.
It's not about that.
Yeah.
It is about being struck that you can keep quiet. It's your nature. And all the rest, it is the mind, which will still go on.
I think that's where maybe the heart question is.
You put it near. So
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Because maybe I'm afraid of losing my heart or something. Like that I will not. Will my heart still be there?
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
I think it's a big. I think it's frightening, and to give up your lives somehow to something else that you don't really know what is.
You have to be more clear about what you want in life. What do you want? You have this incarnation. What do you absolutely want to realize before you die? You go for it.
Yeah, and I think before I die, that's okay. Yeah.
That's okay? Okay, then no problem.
Yeah. Because
No. Go for it. If you know what is essential for you, you would not say, I lost my life because I didn't realize at least one thing which was important for me. Know what is essential for you. You go for it. That's all I propose. And that's up to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question about something that I heard in the past. That it was said that once someone realized that it became obvious that it was there when he was a child, it was there when he got married, it was there. And I don't know what to say about it, but I have the feeling that you can later on say that, but
At that time, you didn't know what was it, what it was.
no, because it gave me the idea that something would become, I don't know, be obvious, and then that is there, and it was always present as an I don't know how to say. I don't know why it's important, but it's coming up. It doesn't.
Don't worry. It's too complicated. But you see, when it can happen, you say, oh, it was always there. It's not only as a child, it's always there.
Yeah, but when you link it to it is there when I'm a child, it's there when I grow up, and then when a teenager, then it looks like it is in time always there.
Mm. No, the time is in it.
Yeah, that's what I try to.
Nothing is there. Nothing.
Something is there, yes.
I heard you saying several times, go and live what you want in your life. Like,
Yeah.
and for me, it seems more there are always longings and like identities who are on the plate and who want to go for something. You understand the question?
No.
Um,
You speak of yourself, huh?
yes, what
Okay.
what it brings up when you say, go and live your life, what you want to do.
Yeah, sure, because I don't want to be a missionary.
And in me, it creates this. When I look, what do I want?
Yeah.
There is always an identity that has a longing, which projects into the future.
And that longing, it's something else than enlightenment. Then go for it. When you are exhausted, you come back.
That's why, yeah.
Or
Just
Or
quiet.
just be so fiery that you say, why should I repeat myriads of times I longed for that? Shall I one more want it? It's as you like. That's what I say here. I say do whatever you like, but at least go for it. Go for something. Otherwise, why do you live? It's clear?
Not fully.
No? Then tell me what is not clear.
Once this I then goes for something, and this.
And you look at it.
Yeah.
What he wants for something. Is it so taboo that you cannot tell for what?
Example like having a family,
Yeah, okay. Okay.
but it's not even in my hands, so to say.
Well, nothing is in your hands. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But who cares about that? The human will do as if it was in his hand. So if you really want a family, just from today start to do something for it. And come to Satsang too. Are you the family after all? Why it's okay. You can do everything also at the same time. Enfin. Exactly.
Yeah, but is it not more a longing because there is nothing in the outside for a family, so to say? So is it not even a longing from a personal?
Maybe you want a family because you feel there is something missing. And
Yes.
for you, there is this ideal in the world is, oh, if I had 10 children and a husband, it will be filled up. Who
Yes,
knows,
and
maybe true.
Yes, yes, it is.
But
not
maybe
family.
it's also an illusion. I mean, you have to use your discrimination here. Do you want, listen, if you had the choice, do you want to have 10 kids, a beautiful husband who stays with you? So it's really the full package that you can be fulfilled and be quite happy. Or this life, I question after all, I question what's real, what's not, this, that. So you have to be more clear now of what you want first. And I tell you, things anyway, if they have to happen, they will happen.
Yes, and in this sense, is it not even easier to go with this in life than to fulfill my projection? To go for that, it's always coming when you say about.
What is essential for you? Go for that. The rest will follow. If you want a family, still come to Satsang. If you want Satsang, whatever happens had to happen. So choose.
And first it is satsang.
You choose Satsang?
Yeah, for sure, because it's somehow true.
Then don't look for the rest. The rest, it will be taken care. If it has to happen, it happens, otherwise not. It's not in your hand.
Yeah.
So go for Satsang. If it is that, yeah, don't worry. You will be so much fulfilled that longing may be less or it will also be fulfilled. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you. That was now the answer.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Something else. Okay. Thank you very much.